Good day, everyone. Yes, my name is Anastasija Samoilova. I am a professional beach volleyball player, 2 times European champion, and Tokyo Olympic Games semi-finalist. Thank you. And I remember how my mom was telling me when I was young that everything you can achieve only if you work hard. Only hard work gives us additional energy, and everything can pay off if you work hard. Because I remember when I started playing volleyball when I was 11 years old, there was a lot of kids who were better than me, and coaches said that they were more talented than me. But now I am European champion, and I'm also qualified as a first women team from Latvian beach volleyball for Olympic Games. So it was kind of mission impossible for us, but we did it. And I was just curious what talent really means. And definition of the talent is often thought as one kind of the ability that comes without training, something that you are born with. It is often contrasted with the skill, which is an ability acquired and developed through practice. And practice is very important. I also searched first for definition in Russian, and I like there one more phrase, that it's also an ability to act in not standard situations. And if I remember my life, this actually makes sense, because sometimes we just know that we need to go to school, we need to learn, we need to do just what our parents ask from us. But acting in a non-standard situations and taking responsibility on you is very important, because I feel that my life was kind of a maze, and I could make so many different turns, and my life will lead me another way. Maybe I was also lucky that I think at that time through my career I had best coaches possible, which were working in Latvia. I was working very hard myself, I was fighting on the court, and I was believing in myself. But also I remember the situation then I finished school, and I kind of didn't know what to do. And I had an option to go professionally. I also decided to study, but I could study in my hometown Daugavpils and stay there and play for the team there. Or I can move to Riga, where I was offered to go to United States and study in college. And these decisions which I made could lead me so differently. But yeah, everything happened like it should, I think. And I remember a very good example from the book, Athletic Brain. The example it was not example, but it was like a research which were scientists made with football players. And it was made they wanted to find the difference between amateur players and professional football players. So the idea was that the football players were getting the pass and they needed to score a goal. But at one time, when they got a pass, the light went off. And it was amazing how professional football players could score the goal, even they didn't see how the pass was made. So they could analyze the situation so well, and their brain and their muscles were working so fast that they were still scoring a goal. So it's amazing how our brain works, how good we can make decisions if we are practiced for that. And my experience from the World Tour is also kind of similar, because so many teams are practicing 3 times a day. They are working on beach volleyball court. They are working with physical conditioning coach. They are working with psychologists, physiotherapists. Some teams have team staff from 10 people, and only 2 people are playing on the court. Imagine 2 persons are the main athletes and 10 people staff are helping them to get the result. But not every team wins. So I think the big part is your mental state, is your physical preparation, and how confident you are about yourself. Then I started playing volleyball. I had very many strict coaches, and I remember how I was young And one coach who I'm very grateful to, but it was very hard for me at that time. She said to me many times, like, you're zero, you couldn't be a professional player, you could not even make it to the national team. But I'm still here because I wanted also to prove to her and to myself that I can do it. And as I said, it was like a lot of young players around me who were better than me, and I remember then I just started playing volleyball. I came with a friend, and after 3 days she was moved to an older group because she was a better player, and I was envying her so much because I was like, I also want to go to the older group, and I also want to win and play good. But everything paid off. I just was focused and I was working hard and believing in myself that I can do it. And individual work helped me a lot because then I started my professional career in 2017. My partner Tina, she moved to Los Angeles to study in college in US. And I was watching the world teams who were practicing together throughout the year, and I was alone, and Tina was playing in a college in USA and practicing, and she said that she felt the most professional she ever felt in her beach volleyball career. But I was alone, without partner. I was going with my strict coach to Egypt. There I was playing alone against 4 men amateurs. And I remember how he told me after some bad set or something, he told me, now you need to go and make 500 dives on the sand. And imagine one dive is like 1 burpee, and 500, it was a lot. And I looked at him and I started crying, and at that time I was crying a lot. And some people would just quit because it's hard, you don't really have the partner, and I was not sure about the priorities for Tina because she is in US, how we can qualify for Olympic Games. Like, nobody before us did it in Latvia, but we are separated. She is in US, I'm in Latvia or Egypt, and I was just not sure, am I on the right path? But still, then we meet and we played from like end of May until August. Then she was in Latvia, we tried our best. And after a few years, I just realized if we go on the court with Tina together, I know that she is giving her 100% of the court, and I know that she knows that I'm also giving 100%. Because you need to have this 100% on the court, and also every day on the training. We need to have a goal in our mind that today I'm going to do my best. Even if I don't feel really well or I feel like negative emotions from the morning, for me helps, like, then I woke up in the morning and I feel like it's not my day, I don't have an energy, I'm tired. I just start with a simple smile. I read this in the book that some comedian, he needs to laugh a lot. So he started his day just putting a smile on his face for 5 minutes. And I tried it myself, and I do it also every day. And it really helps. It could be like really stupid. You just wake up and you smile, even if you don't want to. But it helps. It just gives this positive vibe to your day. And I think we can achieve our best results only if we are free, we are relaxed, and we having this positive vibe, this positive energy inside us. Because sometimes I think about like how hard is it, just life overall, or then I'm standing on the court. We play beach volleyball in different conditions. It could be like plus 35 and very humid, and you still have to run on the court. You still have to jump, and you need to beat your opponent who tries to find your weak spot, and you need to hide your weak spots and just show only your best game. And then also there is the referee who puts the pressure, and you can think about the future or the previous point. But the only moment we have is the moment just right now. And at that moment, then I'm standing on the court and I think, oh my God, how hard is this? I have to play. It's horribly hot. It's like such a close game. It's so hard. And I catch myself a thought that, okay, you're feeling really hard, it's hard for you, then good. This is a challenge for you. This is an opportunity for you to become a better player, to become a better personality. So if you're feeling hard, know that you are on the right path. Also, one of the best decisions which I made in my life was moving from my hometown Daugavpils. There I started to play volleyball. There I finished my school and started also first course of university. And I decided to move to Riga because at that time, best coach of beach volleyball and best players from the national team were practicing in Riga. And also in Daugavpils, there are no sand facility. There I can practice in the winter or autumn, spring time. So this was the best decision because I decided to practice and learn with the best and from the best. Your environment, your social environment is also very important to have, and it was very difficult for me because I just left my friends, I left my family, and they stayed in Daugavpils, and I went alone to Riga. But I also didn't know that who I will play with because I didn't have a partner at that time. I just went because I wanted to prove myself, because I wanted to be a better player. And in the end, I moved in May, and in August, me and Tina, we won European Championship under 22. And it was an amazing feeling just because I made this decision and I stayed true to myself. So it really helps a lot when you're just giving up something in order to have a success. Also, right habits, they should be in your life, because I am the kind of person which goes to sleep like at 10 in the evening and wakes up before the training, because the rest is also very important in order to have a success on the court. Not only like physical success, but also your mind needs to rest sometimes. And I know that if you learn the new things, maybe you don't feel very confident about it, then you learn them, but then you sleep through. Like, I don't know how it works in our brain, but the next day, this skill is already getting better for you. So it was like many situations. Then also my friends are inviting me somewhere, but I just say, sorry guys, I need to stay at home because I need to rest. Tomorrow I have a training. And these are the things which I also gave up in order in my career. It's not like this that I don't have friends anymore. They just know that sometimes I really need to stay in bed just at home and resting. But yeah, I believe that in order to succeed, you need to set up your priorities and your goals. And I am setting my goals in the beginning of the year. I still believe that there is some magic in December 31 to January 1st. And I have my notebook where I write them down. And I think the very important thing is that I write them down in the present tense. Because maybe like it doesn't work in business so well that you plan ahead and you say, okay, I already achieved this. No, but it works in our brain, because if you can imagine this and you can feel the emotions you're getting from achieving this goal, this is already a big part, because you have to imagine this. You have to feel what you're feeling after achieving this. You will have this energy inside you, and it will help you to be more confident to achieve those goals. And there is a great example of the very famous swimmer, Michael Phelps. It was the situation that his coach, after every training, told him, now you go and watch film. And it wasn't some comedy. He needed to go to home and imagine himself doing his best swims. And once they checked, he was imagining his best swim, and his coach was taking time. And imagine, it was his best time in his head, and also best time in the pool. So it's just amazing, I think, and this is just proves that if you can imagine this, you can do this. Also, it's very important to analyze your goals. Then I write my goals down. In the end of the year, I try to analyze them and see what helped me to get this goal done. or maybe this goal is not anymore popular to me, it's not anymore very important to me. And then I can analyze what were the habits which helped me to achieve this, or maybe something didn't go as well and I need to improve myself next year. So then you set a goal to yourself, you need to analyze your actions and what you did well. Also, I feel like visualization, not only in your head, but also then you're taking a physical action, works really well. Then we were going to Tokyo Olympic Games. Last practice for us on the court was without balls. And from the side, it maybe looked funny, because we were just moving and imagining ourselves how we score an ace, or how we receive the ball, or how we dig the ball against the opponent team. But there was no one, no ball. But I think it worked, because no one expected from us that we would get 4th place in Olympics, in our first Olympics for women in Latvia. So I also make sometimes like kind of wishes map. And before Tokyo Olympic Games, I had Olympic rings on my fridge. So every time I was in my kitchen, I saw the Olympic rings, and I just remembered, okay, I have this goal. And sometimes you feel motivated and it's easy, but sometimes, as I said, like every day is different and we can wake up and everything seems wrong. But I saw this Olympic rings and I was like, this is my goal, and I will go on the court and I will do everything to achieve this goal. I also believe that like cosmos or our surroundings, it doesn't hear the word like no. Then you say that I cannot achieve this, so you really cannot. So like never use this negative form, then you say something. Because I catched myself at one time, then I was like practicing, I was like in one element, I cannot do it, I cannot do it. And if I always say it, I will never do it. I just need to relax. Maybe it will be not the best quality how I do these things, but still at one time I will make it. But negative form doesn't work. And I always tell myself on the court that you have to believe in yourself, you have to be confident, you have to believe. Because I remember also my first competition in the European Championship, and like, we are from Latvia, we just came, we didn't know what to expect, and we were kind of, our body language wasn't so confident. And I saw the teams who were going with straight back, shoulders behind, and they seemed like so strong and confident. And we looked at them, and I was like, okay, I want to be like this, I want to be a leader, I want to be strong, I want to seem strong, because if they look at me and they see that I'm confident and strong, they will also fear me. So I think also your body language can say a lot, and be confident about yourself and show to everyone that you are strong, because you are. And one situation also which helped me a lot, it was last year. Me and Tina, we were playing semi-final against Brazil. And Tina was like completely ill. She couldn't speak. She like couldn't pronounce a word. And we are playing, and I was standing to receive the ball, and she just starts crying. And the referee is like, Tina, are you okay? What is happening? And she goes to the referee, and she couldn't say anything to him. And it was a very hard game. And the year before, we never made it to the podium. We were playing many semi-finals, but always we were 4th. So it was like a crucial moment for our team. She was completely ill, she was crying, couldn't pronounce the word. But after that situation, I was like, what I'm doing here? Because like Tina, she feels completely ill and she still fights. And I don't have any excuse to like not play my best game, and we won this game. I like have a goosebumps because of this situation, because it wasn't funny at all. I was looking at Tina and was like, you are doing such a great job, you're such a fighter, and I want to fight with you and I do everything to help you. And it really helped, because we made it to the final and we got silver medal, and it was amazing for us. It felt everything paid off after a lot of semifinals, and in a situation like that you don't feel at your best. So, and then we were going away from our coach, very famous coach in Latvia, one of the best, Anastasija Samoilova. We spent with him 4 years, and I was the one who he was coaching. Then Tina was away in Los Angeles, and he told me something like, you can do everything. Do you learn everything in beach volleyball? You can handset, you know, different kind of serves, you can dig the ball. Like, you're good, what I can teach you? And I was not satisfied about it at all, because I like, you can improve quality a lot. It's not okay then you just know how to do things. There's no development level there you can stop. And after the school, I was also thinking that, okay, I need to choose education topic, what I would study. And I was thinking that it's so important, but then I finished my bachelor, and after it I finished my master. I realized that it was kind of important, but also, like, life never stops. You can choose different topics what to study throughout your life, and nothing will finish with getting a bachelor or getting a master's degree. You can develop yourself as a personality always, and that's why, like, I was thinking, I need to like learn educational management or something, but I never thought that I need to learn, for example, social media, marketing, some logistics, how to like do everything during the travel, or like how to speak to the audience. But it's also very important, and like you can study all her life, and it's very important to like be on this path, to study every day about something, to not give up on yourself on something. And then I was 11 years old. I never thought about myself that I can make it on the level then you win 2 European championships, or I can play in Olympics, and now we also try to qualify for Olympic Games in Paris. And I think I just am a true example that if you believe in yourself, if you stay true to yourself, and you also work hard, everything is possible. So dream big. Always set to yourself higher goals, the most higher goals which are possible. Because I realized that, for example, previously I was setting myself a 3rd place, for example, and I was always staying at 5th place. But if I set myself 1st place and I get a 3rd place, then I'm still happy because I'm getting a medal and I'm on the podium and I'm a good level player. So set yourself a goals which at first can feel impossible, but it is possible to do anything you want. Thank you. Maybe some questions? No questions?
Thank you so much, Anastasija.
Where is a question?
Yeah, the question section will be a little bit later.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for your inspirational story. It really motivated me to be a better athlete in my sport also. Dear guests and participants, this is your chance to ask Anastasija some questions on the spot.
Okay, we have a catch box, and it's a little bit interesting. You have to hold it really close to your mouth to speak, like this.
Like this,
and
like I am speaking now. It's you can hear me. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So who had a question?
Please raise your hand and. Like this? Okay. So I was really inspired by your story, and I can relate to it a lot. I wanted to answer what, maybe not what, but who maybe motivated you to go on? Like, was there a certain person, like from this movie, who inspired you to start volleyball?
To start volleyball, I was like a kid who never liked sports before volleyball, and I will always say that volleyball is my first life and their whole life. So, of course, it was my mom who just said, if you like it, go for it. But I also saw the example of our boys, of our men teams, and I remember in 2012, I was very young, I was watching on TV how Plavin, Šmedin were fighting for the bronze in Olympic Games in London, and I was really inspired, and it showed me that it is possible even for a small country like Latvia, even if we have summer only like 3 months in a year, but still it is possible. And also I am inspired by Anastasija Samoilova, who also was participating in three Olympic Games, and he also has amazing personality. He has a business, he has a family, he has like 4 educations, and I saw that you also can be great not only as an athlete but also as a person, and it is really inspiring for me.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone else has a question?
How do you stay relaxed at stressful situations?
I try to be in a moment right now. For example, on the court, we have some like tips that you need to take sand into your hands and feel the sand, how it's dropping down to the like normal sand, or you need to look at the sky and like tell to yourself that I'm in the moment right now, and anything you can do is only like right now. You don't have to be stressed about the past or the future. Yeah, there is only one moment, and about relax. I don't know, breathing exercises also help me a lot. Like meditation in the morning, some affirmations to be positive to yourself, because it's also very important. I know, for example, if I go to warm up and I try to praise myself after the good hit or the good dig, I get this positive vibe about myself and confidence boost. So try to be good to yourself. Don't tell yourself bad things, and this really helps.